So right here, I had to go really light. As you notice, I only have like the 2.5 pounds on here. It's a lot of strain on my wrist. I just had surgery, so I've been out of the splint for about 3 weeks now. So I don't want to go too heavy starting off. Just to warm up the biceps a little bit. And as you can see, I'm really concentrating on making sure that I don't go down too deep and put a lot of strain on the wrist. So this is my first set of just a little warm up. Then doing kickouts behind the neck with dumbbells, pretty lightweight, just to get warmed up. Of course, you don't want to go crazy. So you can go heavy and get more range of motion. That's a good factor to do that, but you just want to do what you can on the first rep, and then you can go a little heavier in your next set. But I think after I did this set, I did another set or two, and then I went up actually. So on the next clip, you should be able to see me go a little bit heavier, start getting the biceps working more on this one. But this is my short tricep on this one here. It's pretty much gone, so it's really hard for me to do kickouts on the left arm. Okay, so on this one here, after I did the small weight, I did about 3 sets. So now my biceps are nice and warmed up, and I shouldn't have any more injuries or escalate any more injuries due to the wrist. So I went up about 10 pounds on each side now, and I'm gonna rep these out here. I think I did about 12 to 15 reps. And arms are feeling pretty good, so I feel like I can go much heavier, of course, but after having surgery, you got to be really careful, and you just got to take your time and let yourself build up to it. Over time, you can kick them out pretty hard, but for right now, you just got to do what you can. So I went up a little bit on the kickouts with the dumbbells. I think I'm at 25 pounds right there now. So, and then of course on the other side, obviously it's going to be a little bit lighter for my because of the pinched nerve I have. So I don't go as heavy. So I think I kicked out maybe 8 to 10 reps, not very much. So I got 8 on that one. My second set I got actually 8, a little bit easier. I don't know, for some reason that was a lot harder. So I got up a little bit heavier this time, which I'm pretty happy about because I didn't hurt at all on my wrist. So I got about 10 to 12 repetitions on this one. And like I said earlier, I don't want to go all the way down because I'll feel it more on my wrist, but it really doesn't matter as long as you're getting at least 90 degrees out of the range of motion. So I'm doing my editing right now, and this guy next to me was doing a lot of talking for some reason. It was really annoying. So if you see my facial expressions, please excuse me. So now I'm on my left arm, and like I said before, I noticed that I actually did 9 reps, and it was actually easier. I don't know why, but it was. So, and I'm doing the same amount of weight. I guess that's just the way it is. Okay, now I lay back and do compound kickouts, tricep kickouts. And right here, I'm glad I'm experienced at doing this because you got to know what you're doing on your wrist. And it's not actually doing the workout. It's when before you do the workout, you got to be very careful not to overbend the wrist because it really hurts. So I'm doing these pretty light. And I like doing these because it actually are different than the nose crunchers. These here actually give you a um, full size on your triceps. And you notice that my shoulder is not touching the bench high. It's up high. I kick it out so that way I make sure my range of motion and my form is right. That's the reason why I have my fingers pointing towards my tricep to make sure the form is correct. Same thing with the other side. Lighter weight, of course. Now, once I, manage to keep lifting, and I lift for a while, then my other side starts growing, then I actually can pretty much almost handle the same amount of weight as I can on my right arm, just in case you guys are wondering. So now I'm doing the standing curls, which is much easier when you're standing up because you're using your body weight. You kind of cheat a little bit doing these exercises. All right, so I'm on my last set. This is about my sixth set, and some of my arms are pretty warmed up, really nice and pumped up. And like I said, I'm not gonna go heavy. I would love to go heavy, but for something like this, you got to be really careful again. Um, and here, I just add another 5 pounds to the weight, which seems to me makes a huge difference. You do what you can and get that last rep in, and that last rep is always what counts. See how I pause because my wrist, it kind of bothers me, so I don't want to put too much pressure on, so I kind of pause to do that next rep. And then here is, now that I'm going a little bit heavier, I got to be really careful going back just the way I did just there. Because actually I felt it in my wrist and I thought I was going to drop the weight and it kind of scared me. But I managed well and go a little bit heavier so I can get the full tricep burn, and it feels pretty good. So again, I do this so to get more for size for my tricep. And then when I do the dumbbell singles isolation, I do these for a cut, just in case you were wondering. And then I go and do the other side, same thing. So I tentatively do maybe between 30 to 40 sets, completing all the exercises that I do. So from the first exercise that I did, so now I'm doing cable, tricep extension, straight down. These actually work really well with the short tricep muscle, and that's what I'm trying to work on and focus on, is trying to get that back. Because after having a pinched nerve, and then plus with the wrist being bad and having surgery, now I have to work that all over again and get that tricep to show. So I'm going to do hammer curls. Hammer curls are very important to do as well. The reason why, plus I do the hammer curls, is because of my wrist. It makes it a lot easier. And it's easier for me to go heavier. That way I can target the biceps more. So I did about 5, 6 sets on this one here. And then after that, I'll be doing cardio, so I'll be doing some biking. And I stayed on here about 20 minutes, so I'll burn about 130, 135 calories, which is not a lot, but it's okay, considering the fact if you do, 30 to 45 sets in your exercises and then you do cardio, you should be doing pretty well. Um, you're going to focus on burning the fat. And in order to burn fat, you got to break up the fat. So once you break up the fat, you burn the fat. So that's what you want to do. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.